Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Theater of Football. This is our inaugural show. This is Uncle Poppy, Jeremy Forbes, and I'm Mike Hodem, the Raging Elephant. We're both huge United fans, and we'll be focusing on making this a United fan channel. But at the same time, we're huge fans of football, so we'll also have plenty of other content that's mostly just football related as well. First, we just wanted to touch base and let you know why we're starting this. Do you want to go ahead, Uncle Poppy?
Yeah. Hey, everybody out there. We look forward to hopefully encouraging all you guys that are passionate about football the way that we are, and all you United fans out there as well, to hopefully come and join us and make this be a journey for all of us. This is something that we have come together and decided to do out of the love for the game and the love for the club, Manchester United. And we know that there's many other people out there doing this, but we wanted to put our own spin to it, our passion to it, and hopefully encourage other people to join in as well, and to bring their passion to the table.
Mm-hmm.
How about you?
That was very well put. Yeah, we just we want to get as many people as possible talking about the sport, especially United fans. I've always loved the banter. I like different viewpoints and seeing where people are coming from and different ideas, thinking outside the box, and wanting to get this channel up and running, getting as many people as possible, shooting us their viewpoints on things, and getting as many people involved in this channel as possible. It's an exciting venture that we're starting, and hopefully we'll keep things rolling. Today we have our first video, just touching base upon the restart of the Premier League that begins tomorrow. United's first game will be Friday against Spurs, and then we'll have more of a United versus Spurs preview video on Thursday. So you'll have that to look forward to in addition to this video. Just some general team news to touch base upon. We have Pogba fit again. I believe his last appearance was Boxing Day. So we haven't seen him so far in 2020. So he's fit again, as is Rashford, who went out in January. So it's nice to have those two back. In addition to that, the Odion Igalo loan deal was extended until January 2021, which I know I am very excited for. I love Igalo. I like my players who are lifelong United fans, so I feel like I can kind of relate to them. One thing that kind of bothered me when he signed originally was I believe it was Graham Lasso when he was on Sky Sports into January, when he was talking about our signing him. He kind of went in on the player a little bit, and I think a lot of people went in on the club just because of how the deal kind of transpired last minute, going to China to get a player, whatever. But Graham Lasso kind of went on an Igalo, and I didn't agree with what he said and his approach at all, saying that he lacked professional commitment, because he was not getting in the starting 11 at Watford and agreed to move to China, where he pretty much played every game and made 10 times the amount of money he was making playing for a mid-table club that probably was never going to win a trophy anyway, even if he stuck around. So that just bothered me, because Igalo's from Nigeria, and I know Graham Lasso is a former English international, and Nigeria's GDP per capita is about 1/8 of that of the UK. So for a player like Igalo to be able to go to China and make the type of money that he could make, and he's taken that money and done a lot of good things in in his home country, Nigeria, as far as donating to charities, building a school there, done a lot of great things to help out dozens, hundreds, maybe thousands of people, their everyday lives. I think that's something that's better than having any type of professional ambition. But that's just my take on it. So I'm glad Igalo is going to be hanging around Old Trafford another few months.
Well, just to piggyback off of what you said, I think when you talk about players and players going to one club or the next in regards to money, sometimes I think we can be very hypocritical.
Mm-hmm.
Hypocritical of players who have the drive and the passion, but don't always make as much money compared to superstars who will actually at points in times after they've played maybe a bit and they've gotten that kind of notoriety be chasing the money, be going out of their way to bring in an agent for them that has predominantly shown that it is about money for them.
Mm-hmm.
So why would we not have the same type of talk in regards to those players or those kind of comments? What, just because they're superstars already,
Mm-hmm.
we give them a pass? This is a sport about money, and sometimes people will have to make financial decisions for themselves, and then other times we know they will follow after the money. I don't think Agalo did it that way specifically this time around. I think he wanted to play. I think he wanted to also help out himself and his family and
His community.
and that kind of just worked later on in his favor because now it gave him a spotlight where somebody could see him and be like, yes, this could potentially work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that was well said. Yeah, you look at an agent like Mina Raiola and the players that signed with him, like Erling Haaland signed with him, just looking to make his next move, and he's already being rumored with his next move after Dortmund. So,
And that takes nothing away from the player. Like it
yeah.
is exciting to see his development and whatever happens with him as a player.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to be exciting to see. But let's not act like just because of one person's action was in relationship to some money that a lot of footballers' actions aren't relationship to money
Yeah.
and to their family and to where they're going to feel comfortable playing at.
Mm-hmm.
There's always so many different variables.
Yeah, there's not like having professional ambition to play for a mid-table side in the Premier League for someone who isn't from England that's not necessarily what they're going to be thinking about. You look at like Angel Di Maria. He was kind of forced out of Real Madrid. I don't think he wanted to leave Real Madrid. He certainly didn't want to come to United. Then he threw his toys about and got his move to PSG, and you don't really necessarily question his professional ambition at all. I mean, a lot of other things have been said about him, but to go to PSG where they don't really have a challenge in the domestic league, they did briefly maybe for Monaco, but by and large the past decade they've been clean and clear. So yeah, I mean, I just don't like going in on Igalo. You can come in on the club. And we've done Ed Woodward, of course. The Glaziers have not had the best history, especially since Ferguson gone. Of course, Ed Woodward came in when Ferguson left, but they just haven't had the best track record when it comes to transfers. So how the whole thing went together. Yeah, you can give the club crap for for that little bit, but leave the player alone. He's got his dream move to come join United, and he's been a good addition for at least the 8 games he's played so far. So really pleased that he'll be sticking around for another 6 months or so.
Yeah. Well, talking about that in regard to his addition, I still think as a whole, one of the good things that I look at was the passion that he brought and the philosophy that he brought, which is something that I think Ollie has really been wanting to instill in his players. He's getting that out of him. He's getting that out of Bruno Fernandes, and the team is showing a drastic difference because of it.
Yeah, I agree completely. I mean, you got a lifelong United fan in Odeon, and then in Bruno, you have a player who grew up, who idolized Ronaldo, and it's a dream of his to play national team with Ronaldo.
Mm-hmm.
And I've read stories about Ronaldo kind of building United up for him as well, so he's excited to be there as well. And I loved in that first game watching Bruno when we drew 0-0 to Wolves, him pointing to Jesse Lingard to make this run over here, and then Jesse Lingard runs the opposite direction. But him taking the bull by the horns, trying to show some leadership and direction out there was awesome to see, because we hadn't seen that in who knows how long. So that's good to see. Just want to touch base, moving on from Bruno and Odeon. We just going back to football. There's a couple rule changes. We got 5 substitutions instead of 3 that can be made, and instead of 7 players on the bench, there'll be 9. You'll probably be familiar with those if you've been watching the Bundesliga, which I have a little bit. And then in addition to that, there'll be no ball boys, so it'll be interesting to see if Mourinho talks about ball boys pre or post match on Friday. With having said that, United still have a lot to play for. We got the Premier League, still pushing for top 4 there. We got the FA Cup that we can still win. We got Norwich a week from Saturday, I believe. And then we got the Europa League. Who knows when or what they'll decide on that. Hopefully this week UEFA will make a decision on that. Having said that, Jeremy, what do you expect from us the rest of the season?
I think as it stands right now, I'm glad to see that, sadly to say we had to go through this pandemic and experience that, but it is good to see players that have come back healthy, and then now with the condensed kind of schedule, having a bigger squad to face it. And sadly to say, some players might go down during this time, but having a fuller squad, the new changes that they brought in, how that's going to even give some people the chance, or some players the chance, to feel like they can learn and grow. Because now with all these extra games and you being able to put more people on the bench and add more substitutes in, like they may get a game where they wouldn't have gotten a game.
Yeah.
So that helps as well.
Yeah,
and I think for United, if we continue with the same type of great momentum that we ended off with when the season had to come to a halt, I definitely see where we can push along and make a good run towards the end of the season, where we end up in a position that we want to, which is basically definitely top 4. You got to strive for that for the Champions League. You can't hope on the Europa League, even though it did work for us with Mourinho. You can't hope for that, and once they decide how that's going to work out, we're looking really good in that as well. I wouldn't doubt that we can't make a good push in there.
Yeah.
But you want to show your home local fans a good push for the Premier League and end strong.
Yeah.
And however that plays out with the points, that's how it will play out. But you want to kind of, and even it's a healing process. People in the UK, being able to watch the passion of their football again and see their club doing well, people don't realize how much that can help you feel better about a crazy situation.
Yeah, even us here in America, we're excited to see our team play, and it'll provide us with some much needed distraction from what's going on in the world. I think the first 3 games are going to be telling. You got Tottenham, of course, on Friday. You have Sheffield United coming to Old Trafford Wednesday, I believe, and then that weekend you have the FA Cup quarterfinal at Carrow Road against Norwich. So those 3 games will go a long way in determining how this little mini season will go for us. So yeah, hopefully we keep the same momentum we had before, and can kick on and challenge Chelsea, and hopefully get top of them and finish in the top 4, because that's what we need to push to do. So I think that's all we have for today. For Jeremy, I'm Mike. Thanks for watching our channel.
Like I said, smash the like buttons.
Yeah, smash the like buttons. Subscribe if you like what you see. We'll have another video for you on Thursday, like we said, to preview that Spurs match on Friday. So look out for that. And hope you all enjoy your day wherever you're at. And we look forward to interacting with all of you in the future.
We look forward to your comments as well.
Yeah,
because we're wanting to grow this with you guys, with you fans.
Mm-hmm.
So put in some comments there. and then we'll see how we can learn and grow with you guys and make this be an exciting adventure for all of us.
Yeah, definitely. Well said, Jeremy. Yeah, give us your comments and smash the like Jeremy said, and we'll see you on Thursday. Thank you very much.